much, Program Director. Good morning, everyone. I can't believe we've got Winnie Mandela High here. Good morning, that's amazing. I hope that you know that you have to do well because you have the name of one of the greatest women South Africa has produced. And then, of course, Tembisa, always a very vibrant school, and we hope we will see a great deal of success from you. And with respect to Ivory Park, we are seeing very amazing achievements from your school, and we hope that you will keep that up. Of course, I hear all these things from my colleague, Minister Mochecha. She does tell me about her schools all the time. And I tell her that they have to do well because I'm waiting to receive the young people from the schools into our universities and our TVET colleges. So I'm really happy to have the opportunity to speak to you this morning at the opening of this annual Career Summit and Expo. I want to confess to you that when I was young, there was no one who ever told me about careers that were available in the world. We just had to find our way, Somar. So you are absolutely lucky that you actually have the opportunity to come to a summit of this nature, and you're going to have a whole host of persons in different professions speaking to you. And not only that, you are going to be able to view exhibits, meet exhibitors, ask them questions, and really get some sense in your head of what a career in this particular set of sectors might look like. So you are really fortunate among young people in our country to enjoy an opportunity of an event such as this one. Now, you're very aware that our country is working very hard to ensure that we address, I'm glad they're switching off the air conditioning because I'm screaming my head off here. You're aware that in our country, we are trying to work hard at finding solutions to deeply challenging problems that confront our society. Perhaps the first among these is to ensure that all the children in our country enjoy the opportunity of a quality education. And since the inception of our democracy in 1994, we have been fortunate that our government has focused on education as one of its main priorities. And it is probably because of that that our country is one of the countries on the African continent that has achieved what is called universal access to education. That means all our children who should be in school have a school that they go to. And it's wonderful that our country has made such an achievement. A second important aspect of progress is the fact that we were lucky to have a president as the first president of democratic South Africa, such as Mr. Nelson Mandela, who in his first speech in Parliament in 1994 made announcements which would impact on young people in our country. Now, I'm so old that I was there in that Parliament in 1994. I was one of the members of Parliament of Mr. Mandela. And I remember that I almost shouted and stood up in joy. But I had to be dignified because I was an MP. Those days, members of parliament were very dignified. These days, I don't know what's happened to many of them. But when Mr. Mandela spoke in his inaugural policy speech, one of the first announcements he made was that all children in South Africa will have 10 years of compulsory education. Again, it was a very bold step for our country. So we have made a number of important decisions that have helped us to get to the point where millions of our children enjoy access to education. Now, I don't know if you know that in South Africa, we have over 26,000 schools, primary and secondary. And I don't know whether you know that 12 million children every day go to school. Do you know that? 12 million. Can you believe it? That's South Africa. Absolutely incredible. We have over 300,000 teachers in our school system. I'm only talking about school for now. And every day in our schools, 9 million children are provided with a nutritious meal. These are incredible statistics for our country. But let me talk about my particular sector. In our technical and vocational colleges, we are very keen to receive you to train in one of the skills offerings that we have in what we call the TVET sector, Technical and Vocational Education Colleges. Now, in the TVET sector, at present, we have over 704,000 young people. We have 50 TVET colleges spread across South Africa in 262 campuses. Now, many of us, when we were young, we didn't have those opportunities. You have them today. In addition, we have 26 universities in our country in which today we have 1,003,000 young people. Isn't that incredible? I thought as you hear all these stats, you're going to clap. Because I'm not talking about some foreign country somewhere. I'm talking about South Africa. However, we do face deeply challenging problems. Among them are the following. We need more young South Africans to take up mathematics and science and to succeed in those subjects. Because these are subjects that we call the gateway subjects. They lead you to many exciting paths. So as South Africa in our education system, we have to improve our performance in maths and science. Ke a itse gore bontsi ba lona le tshaba dipalo. Me ga le di dira, di tla bula tsela tse dintsi. Ni a sabi maths, anifuni umuntu ingathi akakwazi ukufunda 1, 2, 3 kufika ku-10. Nisabantoni? Into esifunayo is that mani sesikoleni nifunda i-maths, sifuna ukuthi niyipase nge-50% or above. Manenza njalo sizazi ukuthi i-South Africa ihlanganiphile. Maningapasi ngo-50 and above, siyathuka ukuthi kwenzeka ntoni kufundiswa nesikoleni zethu. So we need many more of you to succeed in maths and science. But what we also need to do is, as you proceed from school into our colleges and universities, we must offer you training programs that have some relationship with the skills required in the workplace, skills required in industry. So our colleges and our universities need to have a deeper understanding of what the workplace requires, of the kinds of skills that we want young people to have as they enter workplaces. My own belief is that we shouldn't only train you for workplace, we should train you to create your own enterprises as well. And so I believe entrepreneurship is an important part of the training we need to offer young people. Now, in order to bridge the gap that sometimes exists between education and the training spaces, and therefore the employer and entrepreneurship, we established certain institutions that we call sector education and training authorities. They are organized, as the name indicates, into different sectors. We today are being hosted by the sector that works in fiber processing, printing, and manufacturing. This is a very important sector education and training authority because the shirt that you're wearing, the jersey in your uniform, the blazer, the shoes on your feet, the bags you are carrying, all of them are manufactured in this sector. And so it's an absolutely critical sector in our country. And what is exciting is what will be introduced to you are a set of skills that are in huge demand in industry in South Africa. We want that our young people who become entrepreneurs in this sector will be the young people who are going to produce the fashion items that will be shown in Paris, bought in New York, bought in London. That's what we want. So through this Seta, we will have design factories in South Africa, we will have manufacturing facilities, and we will be able to produce goods that are made in South Africa. You see, if you look at your shirt now, and you open and check the label, it's highly likely you're going to find made in China. It's a big problem for us. Re batla diaparo tse di etswang teng mo Afrika Borwa. And re batla gore e nne diaparo tse di tswang mo bonaganong ba gago. We want you to become the manufacturers of the future. So in this set of careers programs that are going to be introduced to you, we're not just going to talk about you becoming a worker in manufacturing. No, no, no. We are going to entice you to think about becoming a designer. We are going to attract you to think about using advanced manufacturing technologies and understanding how bulk production in manufacturing can happen using artificial intelligence, using digital technologies. We're going to introduce a whole new world to you. And what we are going to challenge you to do is to imagine the factory of the future that you are going to own. Right? The factory of the future that you are going to own. That factory will use robotics. The people that you employ will be software designers on how you utilize computer-assisted design and how you develop production processes that ensure you produce quality products that could be marketed anywhere in the global community. So when I look at you, I don't see a learner from Winnie Mandela High or from Ivory Park or from Tembisa. I see Miss Y, the future winner of the World Design Competition. I see Mr. X, who has designed the shoes that the tycoon of the future will die if he doesn't own. That's what I see. So take this opportunity of this career summit to learn as much as is possible, to really start to attune and acclimatize yourself to opportunities available in this sector, because you are really fortunate to be given an opportunity to come and learn about such an important sector in industry, fiber processing and manufacturing. And you are associating with a Seta which may one day offer you an internship or a learnership or indeed a workplace training opportunity, which will be the beginnings of your journey to that stage in the Hilton in Paris, or the Hilton in Lagos, or the Hilton in Kinshasa, or the Hilton in Nairobi. The world is your oyster. Take advantage of the opportunities that are put before you. So make real use of this Careers and Conference Summit opportunity. Learn as much as you can. Be devoted to the program. Don't waste time. You're not here to spend more time with your friends. You're not here to just be casual. Learn and absorb as much as you can, because in 2 years' time, when you're standing there wondering, what do I do next? You must remember this summit and say, hey, one day I was at the F&P Manufacturing Seta Summit, and the things they told me, I still remember them. They were really attractive. Let me call them up and see what opportunity they have for me. That's what I hope you will get out of today. And this is in addition to all that I've referred to that your government has attempted to do for you, and now it's saying, let us introduce you to the opportunities of the next stage of your life as a young person. Let us excite you about careers you may not have thought of. Let us tease your imagination as to innovative ideas that are available to you in industry, in the workplace, in society broadly, and let's attract you into using those opportunities to make really good on your life. As I look at you, all I can say in conclusion is I wish I wasn't over 60. That's all I can say, because I definitely would be at a career summit. So let me conclude then by thanking you for your participation, attendance at the summit. And let me say to you, this area of industry is a dynamic, exciting, varied, innovative, imaginative, creative area. And so do use it to benefit yourself. These are high-level skills. I mean, when you talk computer-assisted design, when you talk about artificial intelligence, when you talk about computer-assisted robotic design, you're really at the leading edge of technological development. And you're going to see much of that at this summit. So open your mind, learn, and take up opportunities. And I wish you great success in your education career, but even greater success in that factory you are going to create, which is going to produce my favorite design shoes. Thank you very much.